What's up, boys? Today we're going to be taking a look at Rogue Genesia for the Massive Steel and Blood update. The game has a ton of meta progression. I believe we can eventually unlock upgrade tiers all the way up through S. I'm only at F and E right now. Game has a ton of unlocks, but they are fairly intuitive. Like, to unlock some projectile-based stuff, you'll probably want to stack a lot of bonus projectiles or a lot of projectile speed or something. Stuff like that. We've got a standard survivors mode where you just fight in an arena and try to survive as long as possible. We've got a slightly different rogues mode here, which is a little map over here where you can choose between different encounters and stuff. You've got some elites, regular fights, some unknown chance-based things. I believe there's a treasure where you just get free upgrades and XP and stuff. So our starting weapons here, I haven't tried the kunai yet. I believe I just unlocked that, so we'll take that since it's a rare one. 4 projectiles with 3 piercing, sounds like a pretty good starter weapon. 25% chance to destroy all of an enemy defense. So we have 4 little daggers that go out at different angles, it looks like. You actually have to do a run and get a little bit of meta progression to unlock some of the base dodges, which felt a bit weird, but I do have those unlocked now. You have various objectives you need to complete to finish each map, so we need to do 100 enemies here, but until that point we can run around and break some chests, try to find a little bit of extra gold, which we can spend at some of the shops throughout the map. We have a level here, projectile size, power. Let's just take the kunai level, I think. We can get extra projectiles and some attack speed, defense piercing, seems pretty good. Very resilient crate there. Base gold and gold chance multiplier. Only appears here, crit chance, new weapon. Let's take the rare and go super greedy. Projectile size, base crit, base critical damage, 25%, but the base is kind of low, so I don't know if that's super useful. We've got some decent attack speed. Honestly, I might just grab another weapon that kind of synergizes, has distance, physical, projectile, and critical. I think we have most of those on the kunai as well, but having some extra solid damage should be pretty helpful early on. This one is pretty solid, decent power, decent defense. Yeah, let's go ahead and lock that in, give us some decent stats to go with our weapons. A few of the maps will have some optional objectives where you can like destroy a certain number of crates or try and win without ever taking damage, which is generally pretty difficult. But you can get some bonus rewards if you can complete those successfully. You're supposed to be able to dash through these, I think. Damage mitigation, move speed. Let's just take the spike shield level here, I think. Decent amount of helpful stats on that. Doesn't look like I can reasonably kill the mushrooms yet. I think there was a meta progression where you can get a magnet every certain number of crates you break, but mine is still fairly low level, so it's going to take me a bit to get some of those. So we get gold and a free card at the end of every level. I guess let's go ahead and grab the magic wand now. It synergizes pretty well other than magic we don't really have a lot of, but the other stuff seems to work fine. A lot of weapons will make it pretty easy early on, I think. So here we go, optional Monster Fang. I'm not sure exactly what that is. Probably something that drops when you kill some of them. I think I've always gotten that one done passively without really trying anything. Pick up, spike shield. We'll take some more spikes, I think. Okay, we have a little mini-boss here. Try not to get meleeed by him. It doesn't look like I really have the damage to kill him yet. We have a shrine here with a temporary healing effect, it looks like. There's one fang. I think that was from one of the bats. Yeah, I don't think I have anywhere near the damage for a mini-boss right now. Bunny mushroom. Power multiplier, but we lose projectile speed. I think that may determine how far they travel, but I'm not 100% sure. It's still some decent damage though. Maybe we can make it work. And it's an epic, which is pretty high rarity, so I guess we'll try it. And then you can get a bunch of different unlocks. I didn't see what that one was, but probably region based. So yeah, I'm kind of focusing on the crates to get some gold and to hopefully find some magnets towards the end of the rounds, so we don't lose too much. Bunch of crates here, but I'm out of time, rip. So we got a bunch of extra stuff due to the optional objective we managed to complete. Maybe some projectile duration so that they travel a bit further. So I guess those are separate stats actually, speed and duration. We unlocked something here, defense and damage mitigation. Projectile duration, sure, we'll grab a bit more of that. And I guess we'll move over here to see what the unknown event is. Projectile size, knockback, power, but lose health and regen. It's not really that much power considering it has a downside. Let's see what else there is. Aiming, power, defense, lose a little bit of attack speed. That's honestly not bad. Oh, defense piercing, plus 400%. Modify a weapon, big damage, knockback, lose some attack speed. That's not even a damage increase, losing 33% to gain 50%. That would keep the DPS the same, I think. Let's just take the aiming here. Maybe for a weapon that already has extremely fast attack speed that you want some knockback on, it would work. And I guess those stats probably improve a bit as you level it up. We could grab another weapon that synergizes with what we have. Oh wait, I already have that one. I can take a level in it. You get some sort of temporary buffs from some of those, 25% power from that wine on the ground. Let's reroll that. Fairy in a bottle, health regen, wild drop chance. Related to the god of wild. Wild? Bounded to health? Corruption multiplier. Oh, that would make enemies a lot stronger. Yeah, that doesn't really seem that helpful to me. Let's just grab some projectile size and knockback. I think we got a ton of piercing multiplier on something else already, so I don't know if we need like a lot more of that. Range, magic wand. Let's go ahead and grab the weapon level. Alright, we've got a random event here. So we get a choice of artifacts, we can get a bunch of dash related stuff, dealing damage to enemies when you pick up gold. That would give me some decent AoE. Or damage taken from enemies is staggered over time. Or I can do a champion fight and get 2 artifacts. We have an optional for crates broken as well. I need to kill 15 elites, wow. This could take a while. Oh my god, the regular enemies are so tanky as well, Jesus. I might need to grind a bunch of levels and get some actual damage here before we can even complete this, wow. Why are the trash mobs so tanky? And where are the crates at? Yeah, I'm gonna need some serious weapon levels to kill anything here, my god. Well, let's see if I can kill some stuff. Get a bit of XP here. What does rarity reroll do? I am not sure. Oh, you reroll one of them and then nothing really happens, I guess? We'll get a bit more projectile duration. More magic wands. Can I even hurt the elites yet? No, I can't. Okay. Kind of strange balancing for this level, it seems like. Gold, crits, and hunt drop chance, bounded to accuracy. 30% to the base crit, and some gold-based stuff. I guess we'll grab it. That one is power, defense, lose some attack speed. Let's take the weapon levels for now. Some of the weapons will get more projectiles as you level up, and also more piercing to each of those projectiles. So if we can hit some decent breakpoints on those, then maybe we can get through the horde eventually. Power, defense, lose a bit of attack speed. Brawl inflicts contact damage to enemies during dash. Sounds pretty risky and not super helpful. Let's take the bow level, I think. More aiming. We almost have one elite dead. Sick. Let's go for some crit damage. I guess we're gonna pump the crit stats to hopefully get some decent damage eventually. More attack speed with a rare. Spiked shield, clover. Let's grab some more clover, I think. Well, it seems like I am going to get a ton of levels off of this. Base critical damage, base power. That's pretty good stats for a normal, actually. From what I gather, it seems like every card has a set rarity, and the rarity is basically just set in stone for whatever that is. So these cards will always be normal, I think. And then if you roll a higher rarity, it will be an actual different card. Let's go with the crit damage. I have 2 out of 15 elites killed. More attack speed. I'm actually kind of killing the skeletons now, at least. Defense. It is a good amount. 27%. Maybe I'll get some defense unlocks in this run. Increase weapon attack speed, speed up hit enemies' time scale. How quickly time advances, move speed, attack speed, buff duration, ability cooldown. So if I hit enemies, they are a lot faster? Sounds kind of risky. Let's take the bow level, I think, for now. Big defense, attack speed, power multiplier, kind of small stats. It does go up to level 30 though. Let's see if we can get the defense unlocks. And it'll also be pretty helpful for the situations where there's so many enemies I can't really avoid them. Clover. That's actually some decent base power. But we could also get a bunch of gold for the future shops. Did I get my 3rd elite? Projectile speed, but lose some duration. I do have a decent amount of duration, I guess. It is epic, which is fairly high rarity, I think. Projectile size, knockback, health regen, projectile speed, 25% movement speed. Okay, that seems pretty nice. Defense, power, defense, piercing, sure. Do I really need to kill 15 enemies that are this tanky? My god. Try and get away from the trees. It's kind of hard to see exactly where the enemies are in the middle of those. More magic wand levels. Let's get away from the trees again. I don't know, maybe I just can't kill the mushroom. The other elites don't seem too bad compared to him. Is that a second mushroom? Yep. Okay, I just jinxed myself. We have a heroic, which is the second highest rarity. I've actually never seen something higher than that. But one base projectile to everything? Yup. That should be pretty helpful. Try and get some crates. Oh, I think that's a magnet. That'll be very helpful. We've got some nice defense, attack speed. Honestly, 30% slow seems pretty good for one level. With all the projectiles that I have, I'm down to try that. Let me see if I can get over to that magnet thing. Let me see if they just camp it. Well, I'm starting to be able to hurt the mushrooms now. We'll get there eventually. I think I killed one? It's so hard to see with these stupid trees. Okay, there we go. That should be helpful. +1 base additional projectile, lose some size. I guess we'll try it. I could probably use some healing, to be honest. I'm getting whittled down even with all that defense, so we'll take a level there. I think this is the longest single level I've ever played in this game. I don't know if my build is bad or if it's just overtuned. We'll take some more attack speed. I'm assuming most of the levels after this should be a lot easier now that I have all of these levels farmed up now, though. But I was not expecting this. We have 3 more to go. One more, we're almost there. More magic wands. Let me out! Finally! Well, we got a bunch. Fighter's Ruby, remove time requirements from normal stages. Heal 15% health on level up, bunch of gold and cards. More bow. Wind's Blade. Got a new weapon, rare. More celerity. Another card. More projectiles, I guess. Yeah, this just seems like a free win after that. Wow. can just run around hunting chests for gold and magnets. Everything is just dying instantly now. Wand or bow. We can max that out, which gives it an extra projectile and some piercing, on top of all the other nice stats. So let's check out the elite looking thing. I guess it's just an arena? Actually, that's an elite, I think, with the horns on the skull. More spiked shield. Yeah, the wand seems kind of insane at high level. There's just so many projectiles. If you run up close to an elite, most of them will all travel through him as they're trying to hit other enemies. And we're already done with that one. Damage mitigation, move speed, base power, more clover. Let's try and go for the elite over here next. Is that a shop? I think so. Optional and monsters killed. Time left? Oh, you have to kill that many monsters within the time to get the optional. Defense, critical damage, sure. Yeah, he's staying close to him, and then most of the little wand projectiles will travel through him on the way out. Need to hunt another 100 within 20 seconds for the optional. There's a big horde over here, so it should be doable. Projectile in the aim direction. Honestly, let's just keep leveling the bow for now. God's Wrath. 8% increase to my power. Sure. Yeah, we do have a shop there. I think you get one at the end, right before the boss anyways, so let's check out the elite. So we need to kill 2 champions plus 700 normal monsters. And these guys are just extremely easy after that power leveling 20-minute stage in the early part of the run. Average, huge power, defense piercing, but I'd lose a ton of crits. I've already put so much into crit chance and damage, I don't think that's going to be very good for me. So we'll banish that. Town Hall Registry. Interesting. Let's grab some more Iron Skin. Seems like each of the extra elites you kill, why is it so white over here? Drops a little bit of a gold pile as well, so you get a bit of a bonus for killing a lot of those. XP gain multiplier, crit damage, that looks pretty good. 200% crit damage, extra crit chance on a rare. So yeah, we're still getting a ton of unlocks as well. Need to kill 860 within about a minute for the optional here. that elite drop a magnet? We can get some health regen, lose a bit of health, or we can just get some more damage. Wind's Ring? Taking damage increases movement speed? Oh, we didn't have enough damage for the optional here, rip. Spiked shield, crit damage. Grab another elite. Have to kill 7 elites in the time. Seems like there's only one on screen, so we have to burst them down pretty quickly. Oh, there's 2. More clover. Why is it so bright in some areas? Fairy, no. Decent attack speed, lose a lot of defense though. It's not bad, but honestly I could just take this and have no downside and it's pretty good. Defense, but lose defense shredding. More kunai. Adorned with a revered idol, beckon for your offering, eyes gleaming with an almost fanatical desire for material tributes. Welp, I can steal a bunch of gold! I received Swarm. 25% enemy count multiplier. That honestly sounds pretty good. I can bar more enemies, as long as I can handle them. There is some type of elite looking fight over there. Oh wait, I'm not even sure if I can reach a shop. I thought every path before the boss had one. That's what it looked like in an earlier run. Damage multiplier, attack speed. Kunai, single-handed. Oh, that loses additional projectiles. Let's just take the kunai level, I think. We unlock Katana, heroic weapon. Health regen, defense multiplier, lose movement speed and attack speed. Is a lot of health regen and defense multiplier. Well, we do have some decent defense. I'll see if I get any unlocks off of that. Doesn't look like it, rip. Okay, we can still hit the shop. What is the anvil? I've never seen that before. Can't inspect it here either. I should probably go to a shop with all the gold I have, though. Oh, I can see what it is once I get to that one, actually. Defense, multiplier, and mitigation. More crit damage. Oh, I could probably banish that since I don't really care about it. I think I have enough dash charges. Okay, we can get the bow up to level 7 now. Can you see how each weapon's performing in the middle of a run? Yup. 8,000 on the bow, 2,000 on the kunai, 5.6 on the magic wand. So the bow actually is doing the most as well. And that was before it was maxed out. More defense, sure. I'm surprised I haven't gotten any unlocks from stacking so much defense. I have 18 defense. And I think you start with like 1 or 2 or something. Base power, defense piercing, lose some XP. I am getting towards the end of the run, and that's a lot of base power. Sure. Oh, here we go. 90% or less XP gain. You lose defense, but gain a lot of XP for that item. We can go to a swarm, but I would be locked into the anvil, and I might want to grab the shop. 20% movement speed. Yeah, almost 30,000 gold. That should be a lot of stuff from a shop. I'm not sure what the anvil does, though. More defense or more defense? Can I see how much that reduces my damage taken? Reduces damage received by a flat amount after damage mitigation by more than 75%. Okay. Figured it would be a percent reduction, but that's what damage mitigation is apparently. Size up a bunch of decent stats. Sure. Blacksmith. Rewards experience, gold card selection. I think I can get way more than that from a shop though with all of that gold. We can get 25% power for the boss fights, reroll, banish, card selection. We can get some specific cards. Those are pretty cheap though. I'll take those. Old coin, 300% XP. I think it's kind of late for that. I may as well grab the 25% power for the boss, card selection. 9% power isn't too bad, we'll take that. And then reroll, we still have plenty of money. Healing factor, head bash, those are pretty cheap. Trade-off. 25% attack speed but lose 25% projectiles. I think that's good because some of my weapons already have a lot of base projectiles on them. So attack speed should be a bit more valuable as a stat. Card selection. We'll take some more size up. And then probably reroll again. Heal 7 HP. We have 13k left. Can probably grab most of this. Decent crit damage, sure. I guess we may as well since I think this is the end of the run. So we need to stand near these obelisks for a bit to charge them, and then after all three the boss will come out. Have 100 seconds left on my consumable. Let's just get some duration, I think. With all of the high-level weapons I have, I think just getting some passive stats should be pretty good damage now. I'd like to try and get the boss out while my consumable is still active, since that's a decent amount of extra damage. Goblin Shaman. He summons some adds, and then he will have an immunity phase once you get him low, where he'll teleport around, go immune to damage, and shoot out a bunch of bullet hell effects, I think. Oh yeah, and he has some sort of laser as well. So he should go immune to damage soon and start teleporting around. Then you'll want to save your dashes for the bullets if he teleports close to you, so you can try to react to those. And he's not immune anymore, and he's dead. I think that's the end of the run. Chicken statue. Carved dice, 1 free reroll every time you select cards. Multi-handed. Oh, we have a second stage now, okay. That is new for this difficulty I got to, I guess. More size up. So we might have access to more unique cards now, since it said there were several of them that only dropped in the forest. I'm assuming there will be some that only drop in the dunes here now. But I'm already kind of cracked now with all the XP farming I got early on. These guys just don't even stand a chance. Power, defense, critical damage, that's pretty good. And we can get a chest for some freebies. Magnifying crystal, 50% XP gain. Oh, if I had known there was a second stage, that 300% XP artifact might have actually been pretty good. Oh well. Recursion, 10% power multiplier. It's not bad for one level. We can get a few more on it later on, maybe. Can't get to that chest. I guess we'll just continue over here. God's Wrath. It's decent now. Sure. Spiked shield. Power, defense, piercing. Sure. They're just dying off screen now. Bunch of health regen stuff. This one has no downside and pretty good increases to the regen. More kunai. I'm not sure if there are any elite enemies that actually do anything. It seems like they all just slowly walk at you. I guess we may as well take the spear now. Oh, taking it at level 1 unlocks a new weapon, huh? That was easy. Power, crit chance, projectile size. Let's get the crit up. There's some elite stuff up there. Guess we'll see what's over here. You can gamble gold. I have no idea what happens here. I lose gold. Okay. I lose gold. Okay. I earn gold. Okay. I think I'm still down. But this doesn't seem very helpful. Don't take any damage. Huh. That's probably doable now that I have extremely high damage. I remember getting that optional one time towards the start of a run and it was just completely impossible at that point. But yeah, it seems like it should be doable now. More spear. Damage mitigation, lose move speed. I mean, we do have a ton of defense to go with that. We could try it. Since it said defense is applied after mitigation, kunai or health, power, defense, dash charges, but you would make enemies stronger. They do drop more XP though. And it's heroic. Yeah, sure. 1.0 corruption candle, purification and XP. More God's Wrath. More spear. Yeah, that was actually easy to do without taking damage now. More spear. Armor polish defense, but lose base defense shredding. Power defense with, or defense piercing with no downside. I think I'm fine with that. Elite or Arena. I'm not sure if there's much difference between them. We'll try the Elite. So I need to do this one within a certain time for the optional. Lightweight attack speed, but base defense goes down. More turtle. I guess we'll see if we get anything off of that. Nope. Reduce enemy projectile damage by 50%. I guess. Slow enemies by 51%? That seems like a lot. Attack speed, but lose projectiles. Damage mitigation? So we did unlock something with mitigation. An epic survivability thing. Kunai. Do the crystals just give you an upgrade every time? That seems kind of insane. More critical damage. Modifies the weapon. I guess we could grab that and see if the higher levels on it improve the damage, since that doesn't seem like an improvement. So you can apply these to the... Oh, did I apply that? Oh, it put it on the bow automatically anyways. We probably want those on separate weapons. The wand seems to hit a lot. Can I put that there? Okay. So all of those tiny projectiles flying everywhere will slow now. And then that will have lower attack speed, but a bit more knockback. And then when we level it up, it might be a damage increase. More power. Oh yeah, the attack speed stays the same and the damage goes up, so that would be a small damage increase, but we're definitely going to take a heroic for everything. Health, bunch of healing stuff, sure. We could go for a shop, but there will probably be one somewhere later on. Can I, like, drag the map around so that I can see up there? Doesn't seem like it. I think there's a shop right there and there. We can probably wait a bit. We need Monster Fangs 13 here. Okay, the crystal didn't level me up there. I guess it's just a lot of XP or something. Tiny stat increases. I guess we'll take a bit of defense piercing. So it seems like the 51% slow works on the elites as well. God's Wrath, sure. There is a surprisingly few number of enemies who have fangs here, it seems like. Do we need one more? There we go. I guess that's probably worth it. Defense multiplier. I guess. Should have extremely high defense now. License. Shops contain more items and better quality. Recursion power multiplier, sure. Elite. Spear level. Projectiles break down into 3 smaller projectiles? Sounds insane, yup. More polish, I guess? What does that put me at? 94.6 defense? 28% mitigation? Attack speed, lose some base defense. I mean, we do have a lot to spare now, and I don't seem to be getting any unlocks from stacking it. So may as well put it to some use. Oh yeah, they do seem to drop magnets sometimes. Base XP gain, corruption multiplier goes down. That doesn't really seem that helpful since corruption does give XP. Okay, I only lose about 1% by lowering it. I don't know, it just doesn't seem that helpful for a rare? Or an epic? Whatever. Projectile size and knockback. Sure. Magnet over there I can save for a little bit. Perfect. Sand armor, more damage mitigation, I guess. Bunch of chests. Tainted and normal rarity cards are 75% less likely to appear. So that should make the rarity you find a lot higher then, I think. Double-edged sword, power, lose defense, damage mitigation, lose move speed. I guess we'll max that out. So we have an arena. I think I'm just gonna take the power at the cost of defense. More spear. Power, sure. We can get Spear up to level 7 now, which unlocks a heroic stat upgrade thing. More armor polish. Food heals an additional 20% of health. 10% power, yup. Then we have a shop into some type of elite fights. I can't even go to that one. We have to go over here. 20% move speed. We have a bunch of different passives. I have 34k gold. Automatically attracts 50% of all leftover stuff. Shields you from all harm for 4 seconds after taking damage. AoE damage can't do critical. I am very critical focused, so I don't think that's going to be worth it. 10% power. Oh, those cards are pretty cheap. We can get a bunch of defense and base defense. Sure. We can get a small damage upgrade to that. Power to everything. I guess I'll take that. Attack speed. I don't know that that's worth it right at the end of a run. It would have been very good early on. That could be helpful, but I'm not really taking that many hits. It might be better to just reroll and get more damage. Fortress is pretty good. Death Aura. Speed up enemies, probably not. Draw 2 soul cards at the end of an elite stage also would have been amazing early on, but probably not great now. We definitely want that. Okay, there we go. We got a defense unlock. Synergy. Steel Skin, Moonshield, and Benediction. Lose a bunch of defense and convert it to final power at a big ratio. Well, let's take the cards. Rune of Heaviness. That's a good amount of attack speed. How much do I have? 19k. Attack speed. Card selection. We could get a new weapon, but might be better to just take that for my bow. I would have 4k left if I rerolled. Probably wouldn't be able to do a whole lot with that. I guess we'll just grab the Death Aura. And maybe some rerolls. Oh, I think that unlocked from having the Death Aura. I guess we'll level that up a little bit. Fortress, sure. Just doesn't seem like it helps much. Projectile size, I mean, all of my weapons are projectile. That should be somewhat helpful. All of my primary weapons. I just took the Death Aura because there wasn't really much else to grab there. get some more projectile duration. Power multiplier, projectile size, that's a decent increase. Doubles your damage, minus 60% max health. That seems kinda risky, but you only YOLO once. Projectile size and knockback, sure. Shop or anvil, we don't really have much gold left, so I'll see what the blacksmith does. Oh, you can level a card above the maximum if you have a lot of gold. Wait, this is just a shop anyways, what? Arcane Beam. Seems like it's more concentrated on weapons though. 30% damage, lose some range. I feel like this would probably help the most at this point. And we don't have a whole lot else. Probably take a card selection. Fire Ring. 60% damage is quite a bit. And so is 90%. What weapon can I have that on? Oh, that goes on one of them. Oops. Can I put that on the... Wait, can I even put that on anything? It's only for the aura. Oops, I didn't notice that. I guess that's fine for now. More projectile size, I guess. Oh, the altars give you some corruption as well, so that'll make enemies stronger and drop more XP as you're charging those up. Or Fortress? What does that put me at now? 19% mitigation, 187 defense. Alright, let's hang back a little bit and see what this guy does, since I don't remember what he does. I think I might have fought this one in the demo a long time ago, actually. But that was quite a while ago. Looks like a charge attack. In Bone Phase, Magnet, grab some XP here. I guess we may as well take this shuriken. We do have some projectile modifiers, so it might be okay still at level 1. Movement speed. Oh, he just summons a ton of ads, but those don't really seem to matter now. I am too strong, it seems like. I'm assuming that should be the end of this run now. 50% crit chance, lose attack speed. Okay, here we go. So the bow was by far the highest, and then the magic wand after that. We got a bunch of meta progression. We unlocked a bunch of new stuff, wow. We got a new tier in the shop, and I think this does go all the way up to S tier, so you can get a lot of stuff here. Ascended drop chance? Oh, I've never seen those before. The highest rarity. And apparently they have big downsides as well. Inventory page? Still have a bunch of stuff to go here. Getting at least one level in that was pretty helpful. Honestly, I might grab one level in this even though it's most of my meta progression. But it'll help out a lot in the early game when weapons are still pretty low on projectiles, and then late game it should still be decent. Don't have a lot to do after that though. I can get one level in that. Bow talent. But yeah, that's the Steel and Blood update for Rogue Genesia. One of the top rated bullet heaven games on Steam. I believe it's around 93% positive, which is very high for this type of game. Looks very solid so far, and we'll probably be checking it out some more in the future. But that's going to be it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.